So far, this has been one of the deadliest avalanche seasons on record in Utah.
That's why ski resorts are working hard to make sure everyone is safe on the mountains this weekend. Fox 13's Diego Romo shows us how the avalanche mitigation team at Solitude Resort is getting ready.
It's going to keep us busy from an avalanche mitigation perspective. We're going to be shutting terrain down until we can assess each slope that we have.
REDDELL says this year has been especially dangerous because of the weak snowfall in the early season.
We ended up with a shallow snowpack that just kind of sat there for a little while before more storms came,
which meant a slow start to mitigation efforts on the mountain, but by mid-January,
we really started seeing an uptick in avalanches, and our avalanche mitigation work produced many avalanches.
REDDELL and the avalanche mitigation team start their day while most of us are asleep to ensure conditions are safe at the resort.
Our day starts at 3 in the morning, 3:30 in the morning to be prepared to get up the canyon, to be here for the day.
After reading forecasts and studying current snow conditions, the team then begins their mitigation work for the day using a tried and true method.
They're called explosives, mostly that we can test the slope with the explosives and see if it meets our forecast.
The team is also responsible for deciding which terrain is safe for skiers and snowboarders any given day.
We have rope lines out on the mountain that identify areas of avalanche hazard.
When a certain slope looks dangerous, they close the access gate to that area and begin mitigation work.
The gates will read avalanche closed.
REDDELL says it's very important to pay attention to the rope lines and gates at the resort because slides can happen even in bounds.
People end up going in there with no mitigation work going on. There's a high likelihood they're going to get involved in an avalanche and nobody's going to know they're in there. So it's super important that people respect those lines and they stay out of there.
With high avalanche danger expected throughout northern Utah this weekend, REDDELL says it's best to trust the work of professionals at resorts who work day in and day out to ensure everyone has a fun, but most importantly, safe ski day. At Solitude Mountain Resort, Diego Romo, Fox 13 News, Utah.